What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Across the Cowboys podcast. I'm your host, Paul Ryan. He is Mike the Pig Crumb, and he is Brendan Fergie Smith. Gentlemen, how are you?
Doing good. I feel like I see worse with the glasses on up close. I don't know. Like, I don't want the glasses right now.
Professional.
Unk is finally here. Mike has reached Unk status.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Old man status. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brendan, where can we find you on Twitter, sir?
You can find me at Brendan_Smith26.
And Mike, where can we find you, sir?
At CD Piglet, nice and easy.
You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. Well, the first round of the playoffs is almost complete as we wait for the outcome between the Texans and Steelers. But the wild card weekend was as exciting as I can remember, with every game but one coming down to the last possession. Excuse me, Brendan. Which game was your favorite over the weekend?
For most of these games, honestly, if you ask me the first three quarters, do I think it's good football? I would say no to most. It's got to be the Bears-Packers. That fourth quarter was electric. Like, dear God, you're this thinking, like, Caleb, can you just make this game? Can you make this look like a game, please? Just so I don't think, like, oh, this is bad. We're going to get a worse draft pick. And then out of nowhere, chaos happened, and it was great.
Yeah, I was watching the game, and then it was like 21-3 or something like that. I'm like, man, I'm going to take a shower. And then I started dozing off. And then I wake up, I'm like, I'm going to see what the score of the game is. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, it's 25-24. Like, what am I missing here? And then I watched the final 2 minutes, and I saw the game-winning touchdown for DJ Moore, and I'm like, wow, man, what a crazy ending to this game. But yeah, a fun weekend of football nonetheless. Mike, what about you?
Watching the Eagles lose, obviously, like that was the other games. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I didn't watch all the Bears Green Bay because I thought that was over, so I switched it, and then I was like, oh shoot, a comeback. Let me switch it back. Bills Jags was a good game. Green Bay, the 20th pick obviously was important, but watching Eagles lose, that's the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams and Panthers game was my favorite, just simply because it really looked like there was a upset, a true upset on the brink. Man, that game was fun.
I forgot about that game. That was a good game. I didn't watch the beginning of that one either.
Yeah, it wasn't that great at the beginning because I remember it was like, it wasn't that far. It didn't. The score was not like showing that the Rams were about to blow it out, but then all of a sudden, like the Panthers just kind of kept coming back, and then all of a sudden they kept taking. They took a lead, and there was, I believe, like 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter alone. So it was a fun experience to watch that one. But which outcome performance, if any, surprised you the most, Mike?
San Francisco. They just, everybody was injured, and we all know I don't think that much of Jalen Hurts, but like the roster surrounding them is so much better than the Niners have. Like, who has better receivers? Philly. Who has better O-line? Philly. Who has better running back? That one's close, but I think most would say going into the year at least, like Philadelphia didn't have a good year running, but those would be your top two. Those would be your tier one guys,
Yeah.
So maybe even there. Who has better defense? Philly this year. Is that a better defense? San Francisco's defense hasn't been great because they lost all their good players, and they're down to like third string linebackers and backup defensive ends. And like, I don't, that was a coaching masterclass. I don't know how they pulled that game out, but that was surprising.
Yeah, Brock Purdy didn't really do them any favors with a couple of interceptions and a turnover and stuff, and they still found a way to win. But yeah, that was quite the game. That was, we'll talk about it here in a little bit. But what about you, Brendan? What was your?
It's that Eric Kendricks ended a playoff game, ended someone's season this year. Eric Kendricks. I wanted Kendricks back on Dallas because they had no one at linebacker, but he was off. He was on the streets. He was there. He got on the practice squad like a month and a half ago, and he ends the game, dude. That's insanity.
Hurts choosing that triple coverage throw was definitely the offensive coordinator's fault. Got it. Petulo, what are you doing, man? You set that play up for Hurts to throw into triple coverage. What if AJ Brown?
What if A.J. Brown gets that first down on that easily over the middle catch?
You got to catch that. Yeah,
I think Goddard dropped one too on that same. Or no, he converted a big fourth down on that.
Yeah, it was Smith. It's hard to call Smith's one a drop. That was pretty high, but for a really good receiver like him, you want him to catch that ball.
Yeah. For me, I mean the Bears fourth quarter eruption. I mean, all game they really couldn't put together much on offense, and all of a sudden, I think 25 points in that fourth quarter. That was the performance that surprised me the most.
Did you watch the Bears this year? That is
basically the only time they scored. Cowboys. Yeah, I watched them destroy the Cowboys, and I didn't see too. I watched them play the Packers. I want to say I watched a little bit of both games, but outside of that, I didn't get to see too many Bears games this year.
That was their 7th fourth quarter comeback this year, which is just wild.
That's insane, dude.
That's crazy.
You can't keep winning that way, though. It's cool that they've done it 7 times, but my God, man.
Yeah, man. It's wild. I follow because my dad's a Bears fan, so
exactly.
I watch him mostly. It's just like he's always said. He's like, all I want my quarterback to do is if you have a chance at the end, you take him down for the field goal or the drive. Like if I get that at quarterback, I'll be happy. And he finally has that. Caleb seems to be that type of dude.
Yeah, fourth quarter Caleb, man. If only he could do something the first 3 quarters. Looking at the Rams, do they still like a Super Bowl team after their performance, Mike?
With this, I mean, who? I mean, I guess because there's not nobody's gonna be afraid of the Bears. Nobody's gonna be afraid of Seattle. Sorry, not with Sam Darnold. As good as they have been and everything, nobody's. I don't see Rams going in there going, oh damn, we don't have a chance here. So yeah, I would say the Josh Allen and Matt Stafford are the two that you look at and go, oh, shit, here we got to deal with those two. So, yeah, I'd say yes.
Brendan?
No one knows what's happening this year. No one does.
Yeah.
The only thing we'll know for sure, though, is if Sam Darnold does shit the bed again in prime time in a playoff game, then we know something. But everything else, no, not the slightest.
Yeah, I agree with that. Good points there. Because after, I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's easily, we can kind of foresee what the NFC title game's going to look like, and it'd be hard for you to go against the being a Rams and 49ers matchup. But I don't know, man. These 49ers, they're like sneaky good. I feel like they're just as much contenders as the Rams are, just based on what we saw on Sunday.
They're so hurt. I mean, I just can't envision a way for them to win minus just Darnold has a 4 interception game.
Yeah. And that's not like beyond.
That could happen.
It could definitely happen.
Is this Kyle Shanahan's best season? Brendan?
Oh, yeah. If he doesn't, I hate that all there's so many young coaches that are doing great that they're probably gonna win Coach of the Year because of recency bias and all that. Kyle Shanahan has a healthy Christian McCaffrey and no one else, which is honestly insane to say. It's usually the other way around. Honestly, but it's usually the other way around. They're not like, oh, we had this going, but man, we really wish we had CMC and all that. So there's always that. You have Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy throwing some of the worst passes I've ever seen. I don't know what you're thinking. You have a Josh Allen type arm trying to fit those windows on some of them. Don't know what's going on. Your defense, Saleh deserves a head coaching job just of what he's doing with this defense. They got no one. They have legit no one. And they took down Philly. Philly's defense made me think, oh, damn it, they're going to ride that to the Super Bowl again because they're just flying around doing all that. I was like, no. But then you see Quinyon Mitchell get beat by DeMarcus Robinson multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, what's going on here? That's weird. And then you see Kittle go down in a horrific injury. And you go, this is awful. But then their fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, is like, dude, I'll be that guy. I'll be the clutch dude to get all these plays. Okay. I don't understand them. I do want them to lose. That's my last hate watch team. But, dude. If he doesn't win, I don't believe in that award anymore.
For real. I mean, to be competing for the 1 seed when your starting quarterback is out for a while. I mean, he won 5 games with Mac Jones. Say what you want about Mac Jones, but that just kind of goes to show you like what the type of coach that Shanahan is and what the history that he's had with quarterbacks. But like y'all guys said, I mean, with all the injuries on defense and then having just really essentially just a full CMC, and then he's even had injuries on the offense too with George Kittle missing time, Juwan Jennings like not really being healthy for most of the beginning of the regular season, Ricky Pearsall not really being very healthy either. It's like
and his number one wide receiver just going AWOL and basically quitting on the team.
I know, never playing a single snap this season, dude. Insane, man. Wow. Anything to add to that, Mike?
Nope, you nailed it. You guys got it.
Now that both Philly and Green Bay are out of the playoffs, do you really care who plays and wins in the Super Bowl, Mike?
I want Bears from a pop,
Yeah.
But other than that, and you don't want Niners or Pittsburgh to get any more ahead of you. Maybe New England not to get ahead of you, but I guess the only team I would hate is Niners for the old rivalry, back in the day. But being from Cali and you have Muhammad, my best friend's a Niner fan and stuff like that. So it's not like I don't want them to. I don't like it, but I don't have any more where I'm like Philly, where I'm dialed in. Fuck these guys. It went Philly, and then a little bit down was Green Bay, and then a little bit more down's Niners. I don't want those three. So, but go Bears.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if the Bears won it. Honestly, I don't necessarily want the Niners to win it, but I kind of want Shanahan to get that monkey off his back, man. I think this guy deserves the Super Bowl, dude.
I can't go that far where I say I want them to win. It just
of course.
They have 6 and they are the rival or everything. I'm just saying that I don't overly I gotta watch this and come on, I'm gonna wear the other team's jersey and everything. If they play the Bears, I'll heavily root for the Bears. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll kind of watch, and if the game's good, I'll watch it. And if it's not, I'm gonna, okay, I'll see who wins. I'll put on a movie or something, that type of thing.
Brendan, I know your best friend Cooper. He's a Broncos fan. Is that kind of who you're rooting for this year?
I see. There's two sides to this. I the good friend part of me going, yes, I want Denver to win, but I can't. But in the back of my mind, I don't want Denver winning 2 Super Bowls before I've seen Dallas in the conference championship game, just because all that happiness. It's kind of like misery loves company.
Yeah.
And so I want them to win because of course I don't care about anyone else really. And so all this happening, I want that. I want him to be happy, but I'm also damn, it makes the Dallas look this much worse. And then every time we talk about it, it's oh well, I saw them win the Super Bowl last year, 2 years ago. Now, screw you. I don't want to hear about it. And so it's I'm gonna say Denver, but but as soon as Denver loses, we can get Leonard. So it's odd to me. It's a very odd season.
I kind of want this to be either I wouldn't be mad if Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford each won another one, but I feel if they did, then maybe if Stafford would hang it up, and that would that'd be interesting to see what the Rams do in the offseason without Stafford. But either Stafford get another one, or I wouldn't be mad to see Josh Allen finally get his first one to go on a nice run.
I don't because I would like to watch a winning playoff game. So if I'm gonna be at the game, I would like Denver to win.
When you're making the trek over there.
Dude, Cooper is so bummed that it's Josh Allen coming to Denver. You just go out of everyone else in the playoffs. You have a corpse of Aaron Rodgers. You have C.J. Stroud who can't stop turning the ball over. The Patriots didn't even look that good. That game in general was horrible. Just absolutely awful. Way to ruin the mojo the rest of the wild card round had. It's nothing really going on. And so Denver really does have a shot. But if there's anyone to beat them back-to-back years, it would be Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did it last year, too. I had forgotten about that. With his first playoff victory, has Caleb shown that he is a franchise-worthy quarterback, or does he still have something to prove to you, Brendan?
So he is the most puzzling QB I think I've watched in a long time because he'll have touchdown throws where you go, holy crap! There's just like 2 people on this earth that can who can else make that throw. But then you'll see some of the dumbest throws you've ever seen, and you go, why are you doing this? He had over 300 yards. You go, that's awesome. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He had a 50% completion percentage, and you go, yikes! But what he did the fourth quarter, I don't understand it. He'll throw that perfect 4th down to Dunze on the corner. Oh yeah, right next to the sideline. You go, holy crap! But then he can't throw a check down. And I don't know. I need to see more consistency. I've seen the ceiling, and you go, if you hit that, oh dear Lord, RIP the rest of the NFC North. But I've seen the lows, and those 2 interceptions were gross. So I need to see consistency. That's what I need to see.
What is your evaluation of Caleb Williams, Mike?
I think he's franchise. What my dad said. Give me a quarterback. When you give him the ball, you think, "Oh, we're going to go score right here in the fourth quarter at the end of the game." If you have that, and that's what Caleb's become. Say what you will about him. If he gets the ball in the fourth quarter, you feel like, all right, this is they're going to get down there and get what they need to get. So yeah, I mean he has stuff he needs to clean up, but I think the fact that he's paired with Ben Johnson too. Really, it's like I said about Hurts. I go, yeah, Hurts is a top 10 quarterback if he's on the Eagles surrounded by all that stuff because it's the stuff he can do, like the running. He's pretty good at his deep passes, and they'll get a lot of one-on-one. So it like fits what the strengths that he has, and they can hide his minuses. Well, Ben Johnson's going to elevate a lot of Caleb's strengths and try to overcome the negatives currently. I also think you can train out a lot of his negatives where the Caleb's strengths are like, okay, when you're drafting, you're like, what do I want in a quarterback? It's like these things that Caleb has. That's the hard part. All the other stuff is easy. And so, yeah, I think he'd probably be in my top, he's definitely in my top 10 right now. Somewhere probably in my top 8, he'd be around there right now. I would have him in.
Yeah, you definitely want, your quarterback who you believe can show up in those big moments when the lights are brightest, and Caleb's definitely done that. It's just so weird, puzzling, like what Brendan said. It's, this guy will make a throw that only a handful of quarterbacks can make, and then he can't hit a check down throw. You're like, what is this guy doing? Like, it's so strange.
He doesn't hit the check down, and then he complains.
We're gonna talk about another guy that I have Caleb above him. That's for sure.
Heard that. I know exactly what you're referring to. Yeah, just kind of sticking with the Caleb thing. I still think he has a little something to prove, just for the fact that even with Ben Johnson this season, Caleb hasn't looked really that great for most of the regular season. I know that he's had those big fourth quarter comebacks and stuff, but even Ben Johnson went as far as to say that the Bears were winning games despite Caleb. So when your coach is saying that, I feel like maybe even you still have a little bit to prove. But that was a few months ago. I'm sure I'd like to think maybe his tune has changed a little bit, especially here in the playoffs, even that first victory. But we shall see. Are the Patriots the worst remaining team in the playoffs, Mike?
Who wins Pittsburgh, Houston?
Yeah,
because if Pittsburgh wins, that's the worst team in the playoffs. Like. That it is what it is. I'd rather be New England than them. If New England and them played, we're all picking New England. So if Houston wins, then yes. If Pittsburgh wins, then I'd say Pittsburgh.
Brendan,
talent-wise, I would say yes to New England because they really don't have much. They have Christian Gonzalez, but I don't even think he's healthy anymore, which is a massive, massive, massive loss.
Yeah.
And all that. But they just keep trying to find a way to win. It's right now, I guess since the games are going, it's Pittsburgh. I don't know the score. What is the score, Mike?
7-6 Texans.
Still?
Very goofy game.
Man. Who scored the touchdown for the Texans, do you know?
I don't remember. That was so long ago, dude. That was.
Oh, okay.
Dude, we had every team that led at the 2-minute warning losing except for 2 games. We have that for the playoffs, and then we had last night, and we have this.
Monday night, yeah.
That's so gross.
I didn't mind it as much in the first half. I don't know why, but it felt like good defense more than bad offense. Where New England and Chargers both felt like very poopy offense. But in this third quarter, it's starting to become like last game. It's just
I didn't watch the Charger game that much. How do you get an interception to the 10-yard line and you come away with no points? How on God's green earth do you do that? Like, I get it if it's like late in game, you need a touchdown. It's like you go for it, you don't get it. It was the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And you don't convert anything.
Yeah, you don't even come away with 3. Yeah, I remember seeing the interception, like a couple of not possessions, but their series goes by, and my wife's like, didn't the Chargers intercept the ball? I'm like, yeah. She's like, how does New England have the ball back already? I'm like, I have no idea. You blink and these offenses just do nothing.
Bad. It's bad.
And it's so weird because I know that I think, Mike, you were the one who had the Chargers winning that game out of the 3 of us, and it seemed like
I ended up picking New England, but it was my last game, and I have the
bring the receipts. Bring the receipts. Yeah, sure, you had the Patriots winning. Sure, you did.
I know he was the only one of us that had the Buffalo winning too.
But look, you guys can see
I didn't think Trevor Lawrence is going to choke that bad.
I don't know if you can. Can you see it?
Cannot see any of that.
No,
it's because of my.
Back it up a little bit.
Oh,
okay, there we go.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But see, Denver Bills and then New England Texans.
What you
Rams,
don't know.
Where is it? Rams, Seattle, and Philly, Chicago.
Oh, Bills Texans in the conference championship. Wow.
Yeah. What you don't know is Mike drew this an hour ago.
No, I definitely. I have all the scores and everything. Why would I put in all my predictions all like that? And
you're trying to mind game, dude. You're trying to mind game. No, I'm joking. Mike did that a while ago.
You gave us a score update, 7-6. What a pathetic game. Does the wild card win mean more for Josh Allen? 10-6, excuse me. Does the wild card win mean more for Josh Allen or Sean McDermott bring it?
Allen, for the simple fact of you don't have Mahomes, you don't have Burrow, you don't have Lamar. If you went out in the wild card to the Jags, like I know I had the Jags winning because they are a good team this year, but I'm like, out of the Jags are their first year head coach. Really? You're like, we lost to Mahomes. You go, damn, that sucks. You lost to Mahomes. Oh, we lost to Lamar. Damn, that sucks. You lost to Lamar. Like, you lost to Trevor Lawrence? Really?
Yeah.
So, like, Allen needed this so, like, I think both QBs really needed it. Lawrence needed to get over the hump and be like, hey, look, we beat Josh Allen. We had all this. And Allen just needs to go on a run to help his legacy. Like, you won the MVP, great. You haven't done anything in the playoffs. I think he had like an even record in the playoffs. This was like his first road victory of his career and all that. So I'm like, you need to keep racking those up if you want to start getting like, oh, hey, you are top 3 QB of today's age. Would you want to be like talked about as like, oh shit, this was one of the dudes. You got to keep winning.
I don't know, but I feel like if you look back and you see who he had to play in the playoffs in like those games and you saw his numbers, you're like, he wasn't able to get over the hump for a multitude of reasons, but he was that dude. Like without him, like his team is nothing.
God, his playoff performances have been great. Just his teams haven't won.
Yeah, Mike. What about you? Do you think the coach or Josh Allen needed it more?
It all depends on, like, from a macro view, legacy wise, it helps Josh Allen. Because at some point you gotta step up and go. You can't. Mahomes not in the way, so that, as Brendan says, that excuse is gone. On the micro level, it's definitely the coach, because if they lost that game, people would still be like, Josh Allen, second best quarterback. Josh Allen, if he can get over the hump of Mahomes and the team gets better, he can win a Super Bowl. Yeah. Like right now, the coach would be fired if they lost.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah. So it's like, and most people know, like, it's McDermott's fault. Like when they lose to Josh Allen doesn't even have a turnover in his last, 6 playoff games, like 17 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. Like his play is stellar. His team just haven't been able to beat those top quarterbacks, which is about the defense not getting stops, and the coach is a defensive coach. Mm-hmm. So micro level, the coach still has his job, and he would be impacted right now more. Macro level, if Josh Allen continued this path and didn't win a Super Bowl and everything, he would become like a Dan Marino, where it was like, he's great, but like if Dan Marino won 1-2 Super Bowls, they'd be like, that's the best quarterback ever. Where it's like, because he didn't, he's not even thought about in the top 3. He's outside of the top 3 because of that, because he's not, he doesn't have those Super Bowls.
Yeah, I went with McDermott myself just because it seemed like this year, because of how bad the defense has been, like people been, kind of saying like, is Sean McDermott quietly on the hot seat, and him being a defensive-minded coach, defense not playing well, and then you're looking back at the playoff records, him not really getting over the hump. Like this is a big year for not just Josh Allen, but for McDermott as well. And that's insane, dude, to have 17 touchdowns, no interceptions in your last 6 playoff games.
No turnovers. So he didn't even get strip sacked. Like, it's wild.
Yeah, man, that's got to be a record. Where do you have Justin Herbert in your quarterback rankings after this loss, Brendan?
It's so hard to keep your rankings because you can think about like talent-wise where people will land compared to like relative success. But like if we're talking about talent-wise, he's still top 10. But if we're talking about success-wise, dude, he's easily out of it. Your offensive line, god awful. Like probably one of the worst offensive lines we'll probably ever watch in a playoff game. Like let's be honest, because of the injuries and them just being bad in general. But man, did he look flat. The offensive scheme looks bad, but we can say this about every game. Every game he's had in the playoffs is like, okay, cool, we got this. Oh, he chokes against the Jags, looks awful against the Texans, and then looks awful again against the Patriots. Like right now, between probably like success was probably 12 to 16, I think would be like my range. I haven't gone out to make like a full list, but I think that would probably be the range.
How I made my list is I just went, who would I rather have, this guy or Justin Herbert? That's how I did it.
That's fair.
Mike, how about you? Where do you have Justin Herbert after this loss?
Well, let's go through. Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Jackson, Dak, Stafford are 6. Like they're not. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
Then after that, I would probably. Well, we're gonna answer that afterwards. But there's another 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a group of like 7 that he's in the middle of. Mm-hmm. I would say he's somewhere 11 to 15. I wouldn't quite get him in my top 10. It's anywhere 11, 12, I think is fair for Herbert.
I had him 15th.
That's fair. He's I can see it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Or would you rather have Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert, Mike?
Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. I thought Lawrence had a good year this year. Just you ran into Josh Allen. Josh Allen's special. Like Trevor Lawrence scored twice in the fourth quarter to give his team the lead. Josh Allen just came back and got him. Like it would be like when Mahomes got Allen. None of us were like, well, what a loser Allen is. Like he threw the interception at the end, but you're trying to come back. It's a minute left. You're throwing a tight throw. It bounced off the guy's hands and it's picked.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not great. I'm not like killing him. If the defense can get one stop, he already drove him down twice for touchdowns. So I thought overall Lawrence had a good year this year. He had like his first okay. No, that's not true. He had one other really, really good year. So now he's had like 2 okay, you could be that dude. I like Cohen. So he looks like that's a good pairing. So that should help him develop more. He's got good weapons. So yeah, I like where Lawrence is right now. I would take Lawrence.
A question I was going to ask on the sheet, but I felt like we all would have had the same answer, was which quarterbacks lost because of their defense, kind of phrasing it a different way. Obviously, I think we all would have said Green Bay, but I think, when you bring that up, I think you could have mentioned the Jaguars.
The Packers offense legit stopped. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for them in the first half. punt, punt, punt.
Yeah.
To start the second half. Like, did their defense crap themselves and like they legit like choked? Yes, they did. Your offense gave you nothing.
Yeah.
They had Josh Jacobs returning kicks. Why do you have your number one running back returning kicks? Also, it's not a young running back. It's like, oh, we put Gibbs back there because he's super elusive, he's super fast. You put like your what is Jacobs, like 27 or whatever? And
Yeah,
running
he's
back
not
here,
like 100% healthy either, so that's very strange.
yeah. Like running back wise, 27. It's so weird how like we age people like in different sports or whatever. But like 27 at running back, like dear God, you're 50. Like, dude, like you're starting to slow down. Like you probably need to stop doing as much stuff as what you're doing. And then here we are, like, nah, he's returning kicks. Like, why?
Yeah, when you've got Christian Watson, Matthew Golden, guys like that with that kind of speed.
Where's Golden had a great game, but why wasn't he returning kicks? You have your third string wide receiver who's super fast. That's the reason why you drafted him. Go run his ass.
17-6. Texans strip sack, return for a touchdown.
Let's go. Dude, am I going to have like basically I know like I want the Niners to lose, but like basically like, no hate watch the rest of this? Like, am I going to be happy to watch football and not care? What's going on here?
Oh my goodness. All right. Do you consider either? Oh, well, did you answer? Who would you rather have, Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert, Brendan? I'm sorry.
Oh, the guy who didn't choke a big lead to the other guy. So Lawrence.
Yeah.
I know both QBs have grown, but dude, that game will forever. It's like, okay, game's over, turn it off, we're good. What do you mean Trevor Lawrence came back and won? What do you mean?
Yeah. I'll never forget that game. And man, I swear, I thought not the Panthers, but I thought the Jags were about to mess around and beat Kansas City that following week too. But they were close, but they just couldn't get it done. I also would rather have Trevor Lawrence too. I know he has bad interceptions, but I feel like he's willing to take those risks, and he's a little bit more mobile too. So I think that's a big factor in the modern NFL. Do you consider either of them or both to be busts, Brendan?
No. I think they haven't like come to where you want them to be. But Trevor Lawrence is finally showing. Trevor Lawrence was acting like he's gonna be Andrew Luck. Like everyone's like, oh, dude, you sucked the entire year for this. Like this is what you want. You're gonna go in the next decade and a half, and you're gonna be golden. He hasn't shown that. He hasn't had good coaching, for the most part. And so, and then Herbert's awesome in the regular season, phenomenal in the regular season. Craps himself in the playoffs. But like a lot of teams don't do well in the playoffs. We do not do well in the playoffs, and we're still like, oh, this guy's good, and all that. So like, they're both not busts, but of course they're not like exactly where you want them to be. The Chargers could have had Tua, and we would have seen a completely disaster class.
Man, I wonder what Mike McDaniel and Justin Herbert would look like together.
A lot more fun offense, I'll tell you that for sure. Instead of running a run, stop route for their offense.
Yeah, kind of. I know. Do you think that Harbaugh? I don't know. What are your thoughts on Harbaugh and maybe how he called that game, Mike? I know you didn't watch much of it, but do you think that him and Herbert have been a good pairing?
Yeah. The thing is Harbaugh's thing is defense, running, so you pair him with a good quarterback with a strong arm to, that he could set up plays. It should work out better than it has playoff. But I mean, it's early. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think he's got to get that O-line back and fixed. When that gets going, I think Herbert will be fine.
Yeah.
He's just not as, everybody had him top 5. He's probably with the O-line and everything good. He's probably somewhere between 8 and 12. You know what I mean? Just right now his team is hurting him a little bit with the bad O-line and the older receivers and everything.
Chargers do have a history of injuries too. They lost Joe Alt and Slater both this year, right?
Both.
Yep.
Yeah, that's brutal, man, for sure. You got something to keep in mind. I know that's something that just dawned on me. Considering age, contract, and skill set, I think everybody already answered this, but neither of us would take Herbert or Lawrence over Dak, correct?
Correct.
Brendan?
Yeah, I would throw up.
Yeah. All right, here we are at the divisional round predictions. 49ers versus the Seahawks. Mike, who you got?
Seattle.
Mm, bold, my friend. How about you, Brendan?
I can't it's playoff Darnold. Seattle is so unbelievably talented. They have JSN, their run game is going great. Their defense is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it's Darnold. Like we thought that Vikings team last year is like, holy crap, do you see them? Like, do you see what they're doing? They have Kevin O'Connell calling plays. They have all this. They look so bad against the Rams. I can't. Maybe Darnold can win me back this weekend. Darnold can win me back. But right now, no, I can't go with Darnold.
I too have the Niners as well. Buffalo versus Denver. Brendan, who you got?
I gotta go. No, I said I know like part of me like not having this. No, Denver's winning the divisional round, and they're gonna go to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2015.
Mike?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, this is a really hard one. I actually picked Denver, but man, I feel like it's not wise to go against Josh Allen, man.
It's not.
I mean, we haven't seen Bo Nix do too much in the playoffs either, so
No, this will have to be like a coming of age game for Bo. Like if Bo can do this, of course, like unless Josh Allen's hurt and the defense like absolutely just like annihilates him. Like if you can get this kind of win, you go from I think you're an okay QB to like maybe there is something in there. The reason we drafted you in the first round.
yeah, for real. It looks like it's going to be Houston as of right now. So Houston versus the Patriots. Mike, who you got?
I probably got to pick Houston. That defense is like a weapon, dude. It's crazy. So I probably, man. Yeah.
That's what you have on your sheet, right?
Huh?
There's no what you have on your sheet, right? On your paper?
What?
Houston over
on
New
your
England.
guessing paper, on your predictions.
Well, it was a question mark. So, I was coming up with it on the, because I just left it blank because we didn't know who they were playing.
I got you.
So I'm probably going to go Houston.
Brendan?
Houston has a better team, better defense, not better QB. I guess like, better team, it means better QB. No. But New England keeps finding a way to win. Like they just keep doing it, and you don't understand it. They'll wait and buy your way of football. The Chargers are supposed to play gross football until the fourth quarter, and then they slowly put you away. And that's what the Patriots did last night. They gross game. They slowly put you away. I can't go against Drake May. If Drake May wins this, and the Rams lose, I think he wins the MVP.
I too have the Patriots beating Houston if it is in fact Houston. I actually had if Pittsburgh ends up going there for some reason, I have the Steelers winning that one, but give me the Patriots over the Texans. Probably also is not a wise pick. Rams versus Bears, Mike, who you got?
No, you guys go first because I think I'm opposite you guys on every pick, and I might just do it just to be. I picked the Rams, but I have a feeling we all picked the Rams, so I might just switch to the Bears for the hell of it.
I feel like we should say Bears just so we can shit on the Bears, even though that's the team like he's rooting for the playoffs.
I have the Rams winning it versus the Bears, but man, that's going to be a really fun game to watch.
Can the Bears exploit the Rams corners? Is the question. Because that is by far their weakest part of the team, is those DBs.
But they can get their run game going.
No, I'm not even saying that because that D line is gross with how young they are for the Rams. Like honestly, I am jealous. They have all these big name guys, and they're all on rookie contracts. Do you know what teams would do to have Braden Fisk, all of them, on rookie deals?
Can the Bears get Matt Stafford to turn the ball over? That's otherwise McVay's going to kill that defense. But if they can force a few turnovers, then they have a chance.
But it should be Rams because Stafford can deal.
All right. If you're both picking Rams, then I'll pick the Bears just to be opposite on every game.
There you go. Keep it interesting. All right, Mike, here we are with Mike's view from the sidelines. 4 more candidates were announced as candidates for the next Cowboys DC. Mike, of the latest names, who is your preference?
It is Jim Leonhard.
Or Leonhard? Yeah.
Leonhard. The way it's spelled is wild.
I know.
Right.
I was making that joke the past like 3 days with Cooper. I'm like, dude, just give me Leonhard, man. Come
on. He was good as a play caller at Wisconsin. He's played in a lot of unique systems like Rex Ryan, and he played in Baltimore. He's been under Vance the last couple of years in Denver. Some people could be told, some dummies that wanted a RB1 for the whole year could be told that that's not his defense. That's Vance's defense. He's just the passing coordinator. He doesn't call the defense. So when you say that candidate contradicts what the coach says, you're a fucking idiot, because that's not him calling the fucking game, dummy. He's just a part of that team's defensive staff. That's not his system. So when they say they want a teacher and they want adaptability and everything, and you bring up stats from another person's defense that he's just on the staff for, you're a moron. You're not as big a moron as asking for an RB1 when you have Javonte Williams, but you're a moron still. I mean, it's just stupid. And I'm glad people finally called him out. Like, I felt like I was the only one calling him out on the running back 1 thing. Like, I'm like, we have a top 5 running back. The fuck are you looking for a running back 1 for? And made him change his stupid hashtag to running back duo before he blocked me.
Wait, who?
That boss Cowboy guy. He's a moron.
Oh, that was like forever ago. Oh yeah. My gosh.
And then he comes on and craps on like, guess they don't guess Brian Schottenheimer's lying about it, what he wants from a defensive coordinator. I'm all, why? Because the guy on the staff or somebody else's why don't you go watch what he did in Wisconsin? Bring those stats up, dummy. That's where he called the defense. Yes, that guy's the biggest clickbait moron on the internet. He's the one that even I can't get along with. And everybody hates. I'm friends with Tuck, love Tuck. DMV, love him. I'm good with Foots. And people hate those guys, but I'm friends with them. I like them. But that's the one guy that's like, you're too much, dude. You're like beyond like trying to make a point stupid. But yeah, Jim Leonhard is the guy right now out of the candidates so far.
So who do you like the least of the latest 4?
Say it again.
Who do you like the least for the Cowboys as far as a fit?
I don't love Zach Orr. I don't love that. I don't like any of the last 3 they've done. I like the original 3. The last 3, I was kind of like, I don't love Gannon. I don't love Orr. Like, I'd rather have the Minnesota passing game coordinator than any of the 3 they just did. I don't say the 4th one because it wasn't confirmed. So I was like, if they did talk to him, he would be the least. But I'm not going to put him in until they say, that he was in.
Gotcha. Last week you had studied 80 prospects. What's the number now?
I'm just under 100. I went back and watched like 12 of the 80, some other games so you go on and you hear John Owning, you hear Vach, you hear Brian talk about specific games they watched and things they saw. And if I disagreed with stuff, I kind of like to go back and go, okay, let me get so I can get a better understanding. I always think of it as like, if you were ever, I know they're not going to ask me on to their shows, but if I ever went on with Vach and Broadus, I would want to be able to go, I saw this too. Yeah, I saw that, but I saw this from other games. And like, there's just a lot. You gotta watch a lot of Ruben Bain games. Like Bain's a early pick that has a lot of like, I'm like, he could be a stud and also make me really nervous. CJ Allen's another guy that could be like, if you didn't take him in the top 10, you're gonna look like an idiot. He could also look like Kenneth Murray. Like, I hate to use that name as Cowboys, but my point is like, not a great cover guy and not an instincts guy. Like he waits around too long. Like he takes an extra beat than everybody else to see it. Definitely more physical than Kid. Like he'll thump somebody, but there's a lot of guys that scare me both ways. It scares me like, damn, if we don't take this guy and he ends up getting it, like he could be special. But also if we take him in the top 20, he could end up being a guy that's like, you don't even want to play him. So a lot of players I'm going back over. So I only got through like 15 over this last week because I was and I'll do that. I'll do that a lot. I'll end up getting over 150 to 180 prospects, but it's because I hear things and then I go back. Oh, I didn't remember that. Where did they see there? You know, and then I like watching this stuff in order. So like I want to watch cornerbacks, safeties, edges, things that I think are going to be on Dallas's radar before I go into like, I'm not going to watch DT right now. Like, so DTs, I just kind of fly over. Quarterbacks, I just kind of fly over. Right. And then I'll go back and go, okay, let me watch it as I got to know these guys for the draft for this show. If somebody picks them on the thing, I got to watch more than like a game or two. Okay, that's fine. But like DT, interior offensive line, tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, I'm just not watching those really right now with like the level of that I should be.
Okay, well, yeah, to see, I hadn't thought about that when I asked this next question, so maybe we'll just skip it. But it's interesting though because this defense needs so many bodies this next year. Of course, we'll use the draft to address it, but you also at the same time, it's like depending on what they do with Pickens, they could target a day 3 wide receiver. Depending on what they do with Javonte or what they do in free agency with running backs, they could use a day 3 pick on a running back, or depending on what happens at right tackle and what they decide to do with Tyler Guyton, they could be addressing offensive line. So I was like, I wonder what.
There's a reason why 4 of the guys are offensive line that you told me. I'm like, a 4 offensive line because that's what I care about right now. So, I mean, it's not like I didn't watch Tate or Lemon and one of them is on my list, but like the guys for me is the offensive tackle from Miami is Francis Mauigoa. I don't have the pronunciations of these players at all yet. Like that's typically something that we get through the draft show when Nick and them are watching them, and you Dane Brugler on the Athletic. I should, because I listen to Building the Beast, so I should have these names, but I haven't paid attention to it enough where I've like written it down. I also have Caden Proctor. That's my second guy. I love him. 360-pound, good moving offensive tackle from Alabama. Spencer, both tackles from Utah. So Fano or oh man, I'm blanking on how to say Caleb. The 2 offensive tackles from Utah. And then the other one for me would be Carnell Tate, just because he just catches everything. So it's fun. Like Lemon's a better, like I would probably choose Lemon because he can get himself open more than Tate can, but Tate is very Pickens-like. Like you throw that ball to him. I think he has one missed what is it called? The close catch, like if it's a 50-50 ball, I think he's missed one of them.
Contested catch.
Contested catch. I think he's missed one. He's like 88% contested catch rate on the year. He missed one of them. Like the guy's just ridiculous. Like you put it anywhere near him. I think he's like, I want to say, is he the one that's 6'3"? Oh, I got to go through my notes. He's either the one that's 6'3", 190, or he's 6'3", 205. And the other one's Jordan, what's his name? The wide receiver. I'm not paying attention to wide receivers right now, but I put Tate in there just because he's fun. He's very like if for some reason things went sour with Pickens and for somehow we lost him right here, I would be like, well, if they want to have a Pickens type player, draft Tate, and you'd have that type of dude.
Do you think that Tate would be like your preference if you go into the season? It would be Flanoy, Lamb, and that would be your 2 or 3.
Tate would be over Flanoy immediately, and I like Flanoy. I'm a big Flanoy fan, but it would be Lamb and Tate, and then Flanoy would be 3rd still.
Okay. All right, Brennan. Here we are. Brennan's bashing wildcard round. Talk to us, sir.
All I can think about is the Packers. Like, dude, you have the worst choke since the Falcons Super Bowl.
Oh man,
that legit. Like the last time a team came back from something like this was the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
God.
That's not the company you. I don't care. Oh, it's the wild card. I don't, dude. This is your rival. This is who you've been crapping on for the past decade. I know more, but there's been some years where the Bears are decent or whatever. But like this is supposed to be the little brother moment. I don't care about your injuries. I don't care that they're a higher seed. You go in and you just you choked so hard. I think LaFleur is one hell of a coach. And I think like in the long run, if they did fire him, I know they're not going to. They're talking about making contract extension. But if they did fire him, but I would want Schottenheimer gone immediately. I wouldn't give two craps. Like, oh, he's building. I don't care. You're gone. You choked that bad to the Commanders. I guess that, or it'd be that of the Giants. Like you choked to them. No. We're not having this here. Your offense flopped. Your defense was horrible down the stretch. Diggs played one play and he complained about, man coverage and stuff. He's playing 15 yards off the ball, which is effing hilarious.
He got destroyed on that screen.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that was him until I forgot someone pointed out on Twitter. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I was just busy watching. I'm like, hey, that's a really good block. And then see Diggs get killed. Like, okay. You have Micah Parsons tweeting during the game while he's in the box. Like, dude, just focus. Like, I know you're not playing, but focus. Try to be with your guys. Try to talk to them. Like, get them, like, hyped up. Be the leader you're supposed to be. But no, you're tweeting. Like, that team deserved the downfall, and it was beautiful. You had two of the worst interceptions I've seen from Caleb Williams, and you still came with nothing with it, dude. Like we said earlier, you had your star running back on kickoff returns. He fumbles the first effing play. Well, he does that. I know that you recovered it. Oh, what the hell? You deserved your loss. It was so funny.
2 top 3 picks. Thank you, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was thinking, I'm like, the Packers are going to stay in the playoffs, and we're going to pick 25 at the worst. I'm like, this sucks. Like, they're going to go in the divisional round and that. I'm like, this is just the worst. I mean, this hate watch is terrible. Carolina lost, so we're not getting pick 19 if the Green Bay loses, and now we're going to get pick 25. I'm like, this is horrible. I thought my weekend was going to go so well because I found out I got into UNTs. I'm like, this is great, all that stuff. And I see them losing. I'm like, well, shit. Maybe all my luck was gone. But no, the Packers decided to choke, and you let them look super cringy grating cheese at the end of the game.
The cheese grating thing, that was hilarious. Even my wife enjoyed that. So, it's good when wifey is paying attention to football over something so silly as that. But yeah, that's a good Brendan bashing for sure. All right, here we are with Would You Rather, a new segment here. Would you rather, Mike, re-sign Pickens but lose Kenny Clark and Javonte Williams?
Pickens. I got Quinnen Williams and Osa, and I don't care about running back. I don't want to sign Williams if it's over $6 million anyway. So, depreciating asset. So yeah, easily Pickens. Your team's about your quarterback. You need your quarterback and you already have bad offensive tackles. So keep your weapons as high as humanly possible. So Pickens, all day Pickens.
Makes sense. What are you along of the same thinking?
Also, isn't Pickens 24? So you're telling me there's a chance he could get better?
Yeah, scary.
Like you keep Pickens. No, Mike hit it on the head. When I read this question, I'm like, do I want to lose Kenny Clark? No, because I've never watched good defensive tackle play ever in my life until now. But like, you still have two dudes. Like, you have Quinnen. That's all I need to hear. Honestly, is you have Quinnen Williams.
You have one dude.
I know. But Osa looks like a dude when he's next to Quinnen.
Fair.
So but you tell me you have Quinnen. I bet we can work with this. You tell me you have we've seen Dak work with CeeDee Lamb and a bunch of guys, but we're always complaining okay, cool, CeeDee Lamb's getting 200 targets because legit he's the only one making separation. Flournoy is making moves. I still don't want him as my number 2. So if you just let me keep Pickens, and also we can find a running back. Javonte is fun. I hope they do re-sign him. But bro, we found a guy's like, oh no, your ACL was bad a few years ago. Let's bring you in. Okay, cool. You're over 1,000 yards. Neat.
Yeah, keep Pickens as well. You guys have sold me on that. One word: both the Eagles and Packers being eliminated in the first round of the playoffs is blank, Mike.
Perfect.
Like it.
Perfect.
Brendan?
Beautiful. Because that hate watch was beautiful. I enjoyed my weekend
Absolutely.
a lot.
Yeah. I said awesome. We're all kind of thinking the same thing, but perfect, awesome, and beautiful. Yes. Love all those.
It's beautiful.
Now here we are.
Chef's kiss.
Mike. Yes, sir. Chef's kiss. That would have been a good one, too. Here we are, top 5. Things that don't hit like they used to. Mike, I know we were talking pre-show, but this might be a sad top 5. So curious to see where we are. But Brendan, start us off with your number 5 on your list, sir.
So this was kind of hard for me and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can go like general things.
Mm-hmm.
Like like TV isn't the same as it used to be. Like like cable TV or whatever. I went with my first Call of Duty. Like this was the pinnacle of shooting. I couldn't play shooter games until I was 13, and I was dying to play Call of Duty. I was like itching. I saw my brother playing. I'm like, dude, I need this. Like, I need to play this. Finally, started playing Black Ops 2 Zombies. Perfection. This is so much fun. You have with your friends. Later on, I started getting like more competitive, like trying to play Call of Duty more. I'm like, this is great. Now it's just garbage. I want nothing to do with it. Even if you want to play it, it's 300 gigs. Your PC, your Xbox, your PlayStation. I don't care. It's going to be that, and you might have 2 more games. Like, what are we doing? This is supposed to be a fun shooter game that you can have with your friends, play the campaign, play super serious. But, like, the game's not fun anymore. It's honest. The player base and the studio has killed it. And it's kind of just depressing.
That's a good one, man. I haven't played since part 2 either, so yeah. I like that one. A good way to start us off. Mike, number 5 for you, sir.
This one's not a bad one. Sports losses. That is, when I was younger and when I was Brendan's age, the team was lose. I was throwing stuff and hitting a wall, and you're depressed for a day. And now it's like, all right, like, okay, that sucked.
Moving on. Yeah.
I got to write an article for Dallas, and then, with the Lakers, this I love Luka, but they're not really contenders. I don't care if they're 3rd or 4th in the West. Like, their team's not built as a contender. I don't even watch baseball anymore. So sports losses is just not the same hit as it used to be.
That's a good one. Yeah, I know, man. When the Cowboys used to lose, I'd be mad until the following week, man, until they played again, dude. Until they got that victory. There was just, especially for like the 24 hours, man, I didn't even really want to talk to anybody after a Cowboys loss, bro.
Yeah. Yep. That's real. Now it's like, whatever.
Yeah, just I'm gonna hang out with my son and my wife now. Number 5 for me, I'm going with junk food, man. Of course, I still love Doritos, everybody loves cookies and stuff, but like, I ate a Little Debbie's oatmeal cream pie cookie for like the first time in a long time. I'm like, man, this used to be my favorite as a kid growing up, and I'm like, man, this thing is just not nearly what I remember it being. Like, my son loves them, and I can understand that, but I'm like, dude, these things just don't hit like they used to.
Agreed.
No, I don't think anybody will ever have that impact on me, because like Nutty Buddy's always hit, but everything else, it's like, no, this just doesn't hit no more.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say something?
I said I have similar stuff coming up than what you guys have had already. I have similar things.
Gotcha. Number 4 for me is staying up late. I mean, I can't really stay up that late anyways, but there have been times where I can't go to sleep, and it's like, I try to watch YouTube or I try to watch a movie, and I'm like, this just is not enjoyable. I'd so much rather be sleeping. But yeah, staying up late, man, it does not hit like it used to when I was a kid. My son loves to stay up late.
It doesn't fit for Brendan because he's young.
No.
So I told you, this old person. It's a different, for old people, it's depressing. For him, it's like the dang, I want to play a shooter that doesn't take up all my memory. And for us, it's like, it hurts. My left shoulder hurts when I sleep too much. Sleeping on one side doesn't hit as much as it used to. I like rolling over every hour. Otherwise, I'm in pain when I wake up.
Brendan, what's a late night for you?
Depends on what I'm doing. Because like sometimes I'm like, it's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, bro, why am I up? I'm like, I want to be in bed.
Yeah.
But other times I'm like, shit, it's already 4. Huh, cool, and just keep going.
Oh wow. Like is that when you're gaming or something?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. So number 4 on your list.
Is it me or Mike?
We'll just go to you.
4 on my list. It's I feel like Mike might fight me on this, but it's newer Star Wars and Marvel. Dude, you used to be like, holy shit, that's coming out this year. Well, no, because like Doomsday, of course I want to see, but dude, it's not nowhere near like, oh, hey, Endgame's coming out next Tuesday. You already got tickets, bro. I'm like, I got tickets a month ago. Like I've been prepared. I'm like, I'll go see it. Like, Star Wars is like having a better direction because Dave Filoni's taking over. But dear God, this has been one of the worst dry spells in a long time. Not TV show wise, but or movies and actually some TV. Because Boba Fett was fine. Obi-Wan, my rose-tinted glasses are gone. I love Ewan McGregor. And I'm looking at it like, that wasn't that good. Ahsoka was fine. I love the flashbacks. Mando was good. We'll see how this movie is. But like, it's not like, holy shit, we gotta watch it. I'm getting pumped for the original trilogy coming back out in theaters. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go see that. Easy. First day it comes back out, I'm seeing it.
So I like the stuff more than you, but it doesn't hit like the funny thing is though, is see back when I watched the prequels, everybody said the same thing Brendan is about the prequels when it was back then. And now when the new stuff came out, I'm looking online and everybody's like Hayden Christensen. And I'm like, you motherfuckers hated that. I remember because I was the only one going, well, it wasn't that bad. And I'm the same way now. I'm sitting there going like, Kylo Ren was pretty awesome. Like, I don't like Snoke was cool. I like Andy Serkis as Snoke. I like the little like we got to see Han Solo die, and like I realize everything's not perfect, but it like, and I have a feeling that in 20 years I'm not going to be around, but I'm going to see people going like, oh, these new ones sucked. I went, man, they don't have a villain like Kylo Ren was, and I'm going to be like, you motherfuckers hated it. I remember when you hated the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. And most people liked Revenge of the Sith, but now it's like thought of like an original. But back then it was like, well, that was better than the first two at least. That's how it was when it first came out, when you were seeing it at midnight in theaters. So I agree, they don't hit. Marvels don't either, but there's some like Shang-Chi.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like as a whole.
Guardians 3 was fire, but there is a lot that's like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I'll talk about it as general, but also I can say one line that is the reason why the sequel trilogy is ass. Somehow Palpatine has returned. Thanks, you ruined everything from the original trilogy. Good job. I'm so happy for you.
Well, there's a lot in books. If you read the books,
but those aren't canon. But those aren't canon.
The books are canon now. Remember Disney?
Well, they are. Well, yeah, they are now. But
I'm talking about books that came out like after the movies that kind of explain some of the in the middle stuff that was missed.
That was supposed to be Legends stuff.
It's because the second movie, which I liked, didn't connect to the first. Like Force Awakens, I really love. I think Force Awakens is a great film. I really enjoy that. The second one, I didn't hate, but it didn't match. Like it was like, okay, what? Like Finn's a secondary character now. What happened? Like, why is he not involved in this? Really, he's off doing side quests. Like he's not important, and like it felt different. Like the Kylo relationship felt different. Like he killed Han Solo, and now like nobody really cares. Like he's. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of hate when y'all kill his ass. You know,
my final point, because I know Paul is wanting us to stop being nerds. I feel it. I can feel it. Is I'm the spy after he's the guy who nuked an entire solar system worth of planets. Yeah, I'm the spy. Good job. Guess what? Hitler was good all along, apparently, because he was a spy. No, you kill people, bitch. You're bad.
he hates Kylo Ren is all that happened.
I
He didn't
know.
become a spy until after Kylo Ren.
I know, but I'm just saying it's like there's nothing there's no redemption for you. Like you've done I'm like you're bad.
Yeah, you killed a whole friggin' planet.
Yeah.
Hux, Lieutenant Hux.
Denver's gonna play at 2:30. What the hell?
Is it my fourth video game?
Yeah, it's your
kind of like Brandon said. I have tons of video games. I play them, but I don't like. Me and Mitchell got Borderlands 4, and it's fun 2-player game. I really like it, but like we haven't played in 4 or 5 days because it's it's not like before you get it and you basically play 5 hours a day until you beat the game, and now it's like okay, like I want to like I tell like when this is over, I'll work out and then I'll go, hey, you want to play an hour? But if he goes like, no, I'm not gonna be like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna put a game on and put it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna put on a movie. Like, it's video games. I'm old and they don't.
Interesting. How was Borderlands 4 though? What you played?
So far it's been fun. We're like, I think like 12% in because see what happens with us is we start doing side quests to build our characters up higher so that when we go into the story mode, we can, spank them because we're like 10 levels ahead of where we're supposed to be. So we go around and do every bounty and all this other side stuff, and we don't get far into the story. I'll say Ghost of Yotai, which I stopped playing because I don't play a lot of video games. And so when I play the Borderlands with Mitchell, but that game looked good. Like the start of that game was fire. And then I have like the Thing remake out here. I have the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. And I have the Final Fantasy Part 2 of the remake. And I have all those and I'm going to play them, but it's just not like
priority.
I gotta play this so I can get to the next one. It's like, it'll take me all of 2026 to play those games.
Must be nice to have money, Mike.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm poor folk. What happened?
Hey, that makes two of us, brother.
I showed you those shoes pre-show.
Mike, number 3 on your list, sir.
Fast food. Now, okay. So when I say in a long time, I haven't ate fast food really in 10 years. I'm not, even though as fat as I am, I'm just not a fat. I'm a picky eater. I'm like, what's the word? When you're stuck up or whatever about.
Snobby?
I'm snobby. I'm snobby about my food. So like I went to a Burger King with Muhammad and they had these little potato tots that were good and we had a sandwich. It was cool and all, but like I haven't ate other than In-N-Out. I don't really eat fast food ever. But back when I was in my 20s is all I ate. And it was like, oh, you could get this for no money. And what I mean by the fast food is like it also doesn't hit like it used to money wise. Like when you went to Taco Bell back in the day and spent $10, you were 300 pounds. Like you were fat if you were spending $10 at Taco Bell. Nowadays, your meal is $10 at Taco. Like a person dieting eating at Taco Bell spends $10. So that it doesn't hit you on the savings either. Like so, fast food don't hit the same saving in the pockets, and the quality of food is definitely not the same.
Yeah. Like the biggest appeal was the money saving, and that's no longer there.
Yeah, Carl's Jr. burger and fries like $12 walking out of there. At least that when you see it on the commercials, they say like, and they're like, this is a deal, and I'm like, God damn, that's a deal for that price right now. Fuck me.
Yeah, Brendan, number 3 for you, sir.
I kind of combined like two of them. Okay, it's kind of like the same kind of place. I put Main Event, but then it's meant to make me sound like a child. What I'm about to say, I put also Chuck E. Cheese. Dude, as a kid, that place was fire. The pizza was phenomenal. No, the pizza was phenomenal. And then you just go back to it. We went for like my niece and stuff. Even the kids weren't even having fun there. You see like these adults just chilling at tables, and you see kids like supposed to be running. They're doing nothing. It's a lot of like more like arcade-ish games. Like kids aren't playing that. They're trying to go around all these like stupid car rides and stuff and doing all that. And the Main Event, like Loki, kind of sucks now. I remember, I think the last true time I tried having fun at Main Event, we had a lock-in for my senior year. Of course, like after we graduated, we all did that. It was kind of fun, but the games are all the same. Like they haven't changed since like 10 or 15 years. The prizes are bad. Like Dave & Buster's is easily taking their spot. Even Dave & Buster's isn't that good anymore. All the games are the same.
757 days ago, Brendan had his birthday at Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, hell yeah.
700 something days later, it ain't hitting the same.
It's not. Dude, I went there. They knew me, and they're like, sorry, man. I saw the rat with his costume on for the first time. Not a fan. Ruined my immersion.
Fun fact: one of my first jobs, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, and I did from time to time dress up as the rat.
Yo,
wow,
we have a celebrity.
Awesome.
We have a celebrity on the podcast.
That is great. Five Nights at Freddy's hits different for Paul.
Oh man. Yeah, I will say, it was like a while ago, but I did take my son to Chuck E. Cheese for the first time, and it's like, dude, there's nothing for them to run around and play around. Like, if you don't have coins or like a credit card or whatever they use to play these games, like the kids can't do anything for fun. So I'm like, this place sucks.
Childhood wise, I look back at it. I was smaller, and I'm like, this place is huge. You get to do all this stuff. You get to see the animatronics at some points. During all that, you can mess with them. You can go up in the little jumbo gym kind of shit. Yeah, I know. I would break all that stuff now. But my brother and I keep talking, looking back at it, because of course he's like, oh yeah, Shiloh wants to go there. I'm like, it's not good, dude. I'm like, it's just not good.
It's really not. It really, really isn't, bro. All right, number 3 on my list, getting drunk. It's been a while since I've gotten drunk, but the last time I did get drunk, I'm like, this is not it. Waking up with a hangover, being up super late, throwing up. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll just bust that out too. I haven't drank in over a year, so I'm with you. It's
not even a celebration drink or a big
sober
occasion drink or anything. Wow.
No, me and Mitchell both went sober. Muhammad had for about 5 years. Bubs had for about 8, I think it was for him. And then me and Mitchell, I was only drinking really at like that, a birthday shot for somebody or at Disneyland, a drink. But I was like, I'll just give this all up. Alcohol ain't hitting the same. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut your number.
No, you did. Are we talking Cali sober or sober?
I'm no alcohol.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I smoke weed.
Okay, because I know there for a while you had given up the green tea as well. At least I thought you had. We want to be. I wish I could be in that room with you right now, Mike. I'll say. Number 3 for you, or no, sorry, number 2 for me is sleeping in late. I'll say past 9 a.m. Reason being is I don't know. I like to wake up early, and I like to have my coffee and take care of stuff and get out of the house so that I, at the end of the day, I can come home and watch a movie or watch YouTube, hang out with my wife, and not feel like I haven't done anything. So I'm going to say sleeping in late doesn't really hit like it used to.
Sleeping in for me is 7:15 in the morning.
Man. Yeah, I mean, even when if I stay up till 4 because I can't sleep, I still find myself waking up at 7:30. I'm like, how does this happen?
That's how it happens. Old.
Yeah. Brendan, number 2 for you, since Mike, Mike is, we know what his
Dude, my niece was born this morning, and y'all are making me feel the same age as her right now. They're like, oh, this is bad. And I'm like, is it really? I'm like, is it really that bad?
Hey, not bad. Just doesn't hit like it used to.
I told you what this list was going to be before.
I know. So number 2 on my list, I put collecting football/trading cards.
Dude,
that's not a bad one.
Why?
As a kid, dude, collecting football cards, so awesome. Yes, last week, Mike. Last effing week.
I know you're joking. 57 days ago.
Yeah. No, but I would trade them in 5th grade and all that. Every time we'd have indoor playground playtime or whatever, we'd have bring our binders in, we'd trade cards, we do all that. I'm like, this is great. You can go buy a pack for $3. Bro, if you want to get back into football cards, okay, cool. Do you have a couple $100 for a box of 3 cards? What? No. Cool. You can't get anything valuable. Same thing for Pokemon. It's all scammer. Even places that MSRP are up 50%, and you go cool. I can't have fun. I just want to collect. I have all old football cards back there, and it's just oh, it's super cool to collect. You can't do it. I haven't bought stuff in so long, and it sucks. It's so much fun, the dopamine rush, holy shit, I pull something rare, and you're doing all this. I'm okay, cool. Or you pull your favorite player's rookie card, and you go, this is it. This is really awesome. And it doesn't matter. cool. You pulled a 30-cent card because you can't because everything that's of value you have to pull out a mortgage for.
That does suck, man. I never really got into collecting cards, but when that when during COVID when it became really popular, I'm like, man, I kind of would like to get into it just to maybe have something that could be of value later down the road, but it doesn't sound like that's going to be a possibility based on everything you're saying here, sir.
There's certain things you can get into because like the Pokemon market's going a whole like roller coaster, but it's still bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get scammed most likely.
I'll pass on the scamming. I've been scammed before. I'd like to avoid that if I can. All right, Mike. Here we are, number 1 on your list, sir.
Relationships.
Oh,
I don't hit the
got
same.
real serious, real quick.
And I didn't say. Notice I said relationships, not like women, because I'm sure if it was the other way, women could be irritated. But like, it costs too much to date, and I have money, and I'm still like, nah. And it's the payoff, and like, I don't know. It just isn't worth the investment. And then you get hurt more than you have. You know what I mean? It's too much of a chance to get hurt. I ain't not trying to deal with that. Brendan, just get it done now, dude. Just get it out. Get it out in the next 5 years, and then after that, it just goes downhill from there.
I will say, I've always said, like, if me and my wife, for whatever reason, separated, like, I would not be trying to get back into the dating scene, man. With like, dating doesn't even seem to mean anything to anybody now. Like with the apps and like these quick hookups and everything, it's like, does dating mean anything to anybody? Do people even date anymore, bro?
Yeah, that it's rough, and it's and I had my share of going out and dating, but it just became like, is it really worth it? And it's it reminds me of you guys ever seen Zach and Miri make a porno, the Seth Rogen, where he's in the thing and he's like, man, that's my high school sweetheart, I love her. He's like, if you could do it again, he's like, I would masturbate and live alone. That woman is the bane of my existence. I just jerk off forever, dude. Y'all ain't worth it. I use this. Thanks.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. That's one of the comedies that kind of gets overlooked that I never think about, but every time I see a clip, I'm like, God, this movie is so freaking funny.
It's a great one. All right, get your ones, and we're way over. Look at us.
See, I didn't even talk long. Besides, like I did like a little Brendan's bashing rant. So like most of my stuff, I keep saying childhood, and then Mike can say, "Oh, 2 weeks ago," and all that good shit. So like, I was going back and forth like a whole bunch of like stuff like my family used to do like when we were younger and all that.
945 days ago.
Yes, but no, like I only reason I brought this back up is because where my brother moved used to be right next to like a really cool laser tag place, like really cool laser tag place, and it's closed down now. And so every place you go to, laser tag has fallen off so hard. Like, dude, you used to be super god.
Your number one is laser tag.
Dude, damn right.
Mine's are relationships, alcohol.
I can still have all that shit, and it doesn't hurt me that much.
The list is just so different as the age I just go upward.
Because all I do is just childhood stuff. Like I know you said I did that last week, but like I was just pulling childhood stuff. I keep
you're
looking
not
back.
You're not wrong about laser tag though.
Dude, I used to think
I was doing that 10 years ago, and it isn't. Even then, it was like.
Dude, I haven't heard of anybody playing laser tag in so long, man. Does that sound like that's not even a thing anymore? Is it?
Like main event still has it and all that, but dude, no. There's this place called Laser Quest, and you could name yourself effing whatever. And so I thought me as like a 8-year-old, I'm like, I'm Batman, I'm Master Chief, I'm like, I'm this badass. As I have, yeah, because I am a fetus in Mike's eyes. But dude, like that was like the coolest. I would always have my birthday parties there, and then they just closed down, and you go like, why? And they're like, oh, you see all these places, like, oh, they have laser tag here. Then you see like pictures of it, and like it's one story, it's all open, and you go, cool. You can't like do anything strategic. It's just like, it's supposed to be like paintball without the pain. And and you can,
Dude,
like, it's not
I
fun
used to
anymore.
hate paintball, bro. I'm like, why am I paying to get shot at and hurt? Like, this is not fun for me.
Yeah,
What is your
but-
one?
Yeah. All right, number one for me before Mike rage quits on us. Lazy days, kind of like staying up late. You know, I used to like just sitting around on the couch not doing anything, just watching TV. But I've done that kind of recently. Like my wife had 19 days off, and one day we just didn't have anything to do, so we were just being lazy. I'm like, I want to do something. I need to get off the couch. I can't handle this. I'm getting real anxious just not doing anything. So just being lazy. That's number one for me. But as our guy Brendan, he's about to go to college, so relationships, drinking, staying up late, and being lazy. He's like
Everything he
he's about
wants
to
to do.
prime. He's about to hit his prime for those things, man. And I envy you, Brendan. Those are going to be fun days for you, man. You're going to have a lot of good memories, bro.
It's
Yeah, like-
different for us, not
For
for
sure.
you.
Yeah, like I said though, starting this fall during this podcast, I'll be have a different background because I'll be in my own apartment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's going to be fun. All right, guys.
That's awesome that bribe worked. Your parents did a
No,
good job.
So like my car is gone. My parents had a second mortgage to the house for me to be able to go to school because no school would take me and all that.
Bribed.
Yes.
Oh, let's see with these glasses.
Gentlemen, as
One
always,
of them.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I'm trying to close the show out just for you, Mike, and you keep going on. So let's just let this thing ride. You down?
No, get out of here.
As always, gentlemen, I enjoyed tonight's discussion. Before we get out of here, Mike, where can we find you on Twitter, sir?
CD Piglet, guys, nice and easy.
Brendan, let them know, sir.
I think we should go for 2 hours. But Brendan_Smith 26.
I am Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. We appreciate you joining us, and we will see you guys next week.
Okay, but no one's